Hello there. I am Kurt, and I will be playing Bastion. Start the game. So yes, I have played this game before, and I'm not the best at it, but let's see how I do.
Proper story is supposed to start at the beginning. Ain't so simple with this one. Now here's a kid whose whole world got all twisted, leaving him stranded on a rock in the sky. He gets up, sets off for the Bastion, where everyone agreed to go in case of trouble. Ground forms up under his feet as if pointing the way. He don't stop to wonder why. Finds his lifelong friend just lying in the road. Well, it's a touching reunion.
So here's the first weapon, the sail hammer. You can break a lot of stuff with it, and you can break stuff by
He
rolling.
sees what's left of the rippling walls. Years of work undone in an instant. In the calamity.
Lots of this stuff is destructible, but a lot of stuff isn't. But yeah, you can destroy like the walls and jump off the walls and that kind of stuff. So you have to be careful not to fall. That's like a big danger in this game that I have tons of problems with, as we shall probably see.
That a survivor? No, ma'am. It's a gas fella, forced out from underground. Kid pops him good. Starts to feel his bruises, though.
And so that would have had a completely different dialogue, actually, if I'd gotten hit in that fight. Which is something that's cool about this game, is that depending on how good you do, the narrator, who is probably the biggest feature of this game,
Kid just rages for a while.
who has a humor, is just, he changes depending on how you do. Also,
And then he falls to his death. I'm just fooling.
yeah, humor.
An old repeater falls out of the sky. Ain't a gift from the gods, but it'll have to do.
So here's our second weapon, the Fanged Repeater. It is a weapon you can't move while you're shooting. You can move while you're reloading, thank goodness. This weapon would suck if you couldn't, as it is like very bad at it. I'll probably only use it after it's like fully upgraded. Which is another thing about this game, is that you upgrade your weapons using stuff you find around, called mementos. There's also mementos that just give you experience and have a cool backstory behind them.
Kid's worked up quite a thirst by now, so that fountain looks real inviting. Sometimes you just need a drink. A school of squirts tunnels up around them.
Second enemy
Must
type
have fled
is a
here from
squirt.
the mines.
Second, or the first one, gas fella, I forgot to introduce them, sorry. But yeah, they're squirts. Health tonics, you use them, you can carry up to 3. There's stuff that makes you able to
Kid
carry
finds a
more.
memento from a girl he knew. Always used to fancy her.
And if you look at the XP bar at the top, it's filling very slowly. There are only 10 levels in this game that you can get, but those 10 levels are
It's a wonder the old saloon's still standing.
really
Used
hard
to have
to
the nicest
get.
view.
They take a while. Yeah, cool squid.
He sets foot inside one of Celandia's famous watering holes.
Like, oh,
Inside's
stuff.
old Rondi, the bartender. The calamity got him for his drinking too. Then Kid finds his trusty shield.
This is the bullhead shield. Guard, you can
But
walk
just
around.
as he's getting a
You
handle
can
on it,
lock on
the
to people with
security
it.
takes him for a petty thief.
See, you see the arrows? That means I'm locked onto it. You can counter.
Shield saves his hide.
Normal blocking will obviously block, but you can counter if you block right before they hit you. Like, these guys take a long time. Forgot about that. Doing a lot better. than I used to.
Windbags start turning up for last call.
Now they just basically throw a whole buttload of these people at you.
More squirts start coming out of the woodwork.
So squirts suck to try to counter, because not only do they attack quickly, with a really small, hard to hear hiss, that just is the only warning, unlike this guy, it's really clear what his warning is. And sometimes if you do manage to counter them, they'll just run right past you, and like that, they just won't get hit. Sometimes they will though, gladly. But yeah, it makes countering them really hard. Dang it. My God. Luckily, they're not too
Kid
hard to
sees
kill.
the way to the Bastion out the window. It's a bit of a drop. Ronde always wanted his ashes scattered here. He gets a good look at things on his way down. He lands on top of a breaker's bow, and it ain't broke.
So, the breaker's bow, I like this a lot more than the flame repeater. Takes longer to charge up,
The kid could
but
loose an arrow, strong and true.
you can do a lot more with it.
Kid spies a good perch for some target practice. He knows he should draw the string all the way back.
So yeah, I didn't power shot any of those, but you can do them, and they are a lot stronger than normal
The kid
shots.
pockets a memento from a breaker, once the fastest man in the land.
Also, I forgot to... This is a normal memento, it doesn't let you do anything. This is an upgrade material. So you can hold your bow past the power shot, but the power shot is the strongest.
Good news is the emergency defenses still work. Bad news is they're aiming for the kid. Right back at you.
I'm glad they don't let you fall off in this area a lot, because it's annoying when you fall off, because you lose quite a bit of health. Okay, here's another thing.
Picks up a few pointers from a dusty old tome.
Now I have black tonics, and they let me do stuff
He's a
like
mighty
this,
fast
special
learner.
abilities. You generally only have 3, you refill them by killing certain things, and those attacks are pretty strong. But yeah, you can see whenever I use it, it tells me how many I have left.
He finds the distillery, right next to the arsenal.
So the
Tough
distillery,
part of town. One sip of the spirits in that distillery, and the kid'll feel like a new man.
so the distillery lets you use spirits. Spirits give you little bonuses. This is the biggest thing that you get when you level up. When you get level 2, you can use 2 of these at once, 3, and so on. And so, level 1, fetching fizz is generally useless except for like 1 level. Dead drum, you have to have full health, and I never have full health. This just gives me more health. I like that. They'll generally give you an
The
arsenal
arsenal's where the kid can pick the best tools for the job.
whenever you get a new weapon, and I'm going to stay with this because these are the best weapons I have right now. I don't really have... Oh, I do have extra. So, Dancing Shot makes things bounce. Whirlwind is just a humongous strike. And I have Bolt Burst too, but I don't like the Fang Repeater. I'm bad with it. And I could go with 2 ranged. It's not 1 melee, 1 ranged, but I'm just bad with ranged weapons, so I'm just going to keep it this way. Oh, Dancing Shot's nice. That was a good trial.
Some of them squirts birthing like crazy in a couple of corn bins.
Dang it. And those shards I'm picking up, they're pieces of the old world. I'm just gonna leave them like that. And I can use them for stuff like upgrades later on. Buy stuff with it.
An old ferry barge sends the kid on his way. The Bastion's real close now.
Damn, I hate those guys. This looks like a big fight arena. So let's fight. Another thing about this game is the music. The music's actually rather good. The guy who did this, Darren Korb, he's good at what he does. I'm gonna smash this all right now. Case. This is upgrade material
a chunk of alloy.
for the
Smell
hammer.
of barley and spoiled blueberries fills the air. Scumbags. Kid maybe shouldn't have done what he just did.
And so these are scumbags. Scumbags will charge you and spit this like blue stuff at you. The blue stuff does damage over time and slows you, so it's pretty bad. You can counter them, but they don't take any damage back because they like live in this stuff. This is their like bodily fluid or something. So
Rob's a scumbag of his last meal.
it hurt. This guy has a lot of health.
Health time to run out of black tonic. Kid puts him out of his misery.
And so that was the first general boss. After boss, you'll get a whole bunch of shards. And I leveled up after that one. You won't after every boss, but I did. And so now, if you didn't notice, it said plus 2 HP. It doesn't seem like that's a lot, but actually it's quite a bit. These rainbow
He finds
roads
the core to the wharf district.
generally lead to these.
He steals the city's heart. Might as well.
Alright, so this
Kid
is
has
an
a
escape
feeling
thing.
that
As you can see, the ground falls away behind you.
Start to fall.
So, generally, the best strategy is just to roll through this.
See, that core Kid took was the only thing making this particular rock stay afloat. Kid just keeps running. Somersaulting like crazy.
If you see that, the tonics that I'm picking up that I don't actually need because I have full health and 3 of them already, it will give me
Whisks him
experience.
where it needs to go.
And now we go to the Bastion.
Now the kid sees something stranger still. His mind races.
This is the central hub of the whole place. And what was supposed to happen is
Did anybody else survive?
when the calamity or any type of emergency struck, they're supposed to evacuate to the Bastion. But as you can see, there isn't too many people here.
Sure enough, he finds another.
There's at least one.
He finds me.
The narrator. He tells this entire story about
We
this.
talk for a spell.
You discuss stuff with them, basically stuff you pick up. The core, which we picked up a minute ago, that's what made the entire place fall down. City crest that he has on his back, and the crystal barrette that we picked up, in the beginning of this. So let's talk
There's a
about
bit
these.
of the Bastion's power in that crest. Enough to point the way to the cores. All I tell him is to set that core of his on the monument there. Then watch. I try to let the kid down gently. This is the Bastion, alright. Except no one else showed up.
So Russ, or Stranger, spoilers, sorry. So you and this guy are the only 2 people who made it. Everyone else did not. Either that or they found their own Bastion.
Just like that, the Bastion comes alive.
No pun intended.
Starts growing again. Growing stronger. Kid's gotta put its power to good use. Now the Bastion can send him even farther into the wild unknown.
So yeah, the cores power the Bastion, then you can build stuff. Right now I'm
Kid
going to
ponders what
build
to build.
a distillery, because the arsenal, we don't have enough weapons to build an arsenal, so I'm going to build a distillery. And this, now I can
Makes
use
time
2.
to sample spirits from my personal supply.
The Stranger has 3 new spirits for us. This one lets you, if you die, you can carry on, which means you get back up a second time. So normally you can only do it once, now you can do it twice. This one, whenever you have under 33% health, you always crit. Every hit's a crit. That's really nice. This just makes you move faster while you're holding your shield up. And these 2 we already know. So I'm going to take these 2. Really nice.
Hearty punch is so zesty, it'll let you carry on through the worst of times.
And so that's where I'm going to end this. So, yeah. This is Bastion. See you in episode 2.